So I heard you want to grow your hair in 2025. No borax, no glue. And I'm going to tell you how to. I want to clear this before the video gets started. I am black. I'm not mixed with anything. My hair porosity is high. I have 4A hair. I have had the same length of hair for years. It has always been thick. It has always been the same length for years until I actually started taking care of it and it started growing. I do not take any supplements or pills, and I only use pretty much one brand, but just one brand won't grow your hair alone. It starts with fucking consistency. We're going to get straight to the point. You need to learn your hair porosity. There is high, low, and normal. If you have normal hair, you're perfect. You're good to go. Typically, just listen to what I'm going to say. If you have high hair porosity, basically what this looks like is when you hop in the shower, your hair is immediately soaked. It's drenched. It's completely wet. When you hop out, it takes max like an hour for your whole head to dry with no product. Okay? When you have low hair porosity, you stand underneath the shower head and it takes forever for your hair to get wet. It's almost like the water is repelling against your hair. Like, what's going on? Then you hop out the shower when it's finally wet and it takes forever for your hair to dry. Like up to 7 to 8 hours. It is also really, really crucial to learn your hair porosity because if you do not learn this, you will be using products that probably work with your hair. And half the time, a lot of y'all are using products that work against your hair. For example, I was using humectants without even knowing for a long ass time with my high porosity hair. Now, some articles do say to use humectants. However, I would use humectants during the winter. I live in Texas. All this comes into play. Where you live, your region, how humid it is, the weather, all this comes into play. I have high porosity hair. So if I use a humectant in my hair during the summer, my hair is going to frizz up and it's going to further damage my hair shaft. Trim your ends every 3 months. I cannot emphasize how important this part is. Y'all, I used to say 6 months, but then I changed my mind after what happened to me. Let me show y'all. This was my hair when I first straightened it. As y'all can see, it's giving very much see-through at the ends. You can see where there's a split here, that big ass gap, and here. Because I failed to cut it 6 months ago prior when I first saw the tiny splits, this is what it led to. You would think I'm gonna cut here and be fine, but no, that split is gonna go further up. So I had to cut. This was me after I cut off that line. Do y'all see how bad that split is? So I had to cut more. Still, I had to cut more. So don't be like me, big and can hardly breathe, okay? Listen to me when I tell y'all to trim y'all's fucking hair. Let go of that shit. Because look at the consequences I had to pay. Build a routine. When I say build a routine, I'm talking about a hair mask. You know when your hair feels dry, obviously. Everyone does. When it does, note that you do have to put moisture in it. For an example, there may be some times where I do a heat mask, where I put a mask in it and I get a heat cap and I put it on and I sit there and I let my hair actually marinate. Do I need to put my hair in natural little braids? Do I need to put it in natural little plaits? You already know how I feel about protective hairstyles. They don't protect shit. So don't come over here asking me about box braids because they don't protect shit. That's why I only get them one time a year. And that one time a year, a lot of hair falls out. So just saying. You need to switch to silk scrunchies, silk pillowcases, a bonnet, and your tools need to be essential to doing your hair. I promise you it makes a hell of a difference because I've used combs that snag the fuck out of my hair, combs that just snap in half, combs that do not work for my hair. For an example, let me show y'all a few. For an example, these two combs I use on my hair religiously because they are hard, they are sturdy, they actually work, they don't snag my hair. If you are still using combs that have balls at the end and like really skinny roots, not like this, they have balls, you need to invest in a better hair comb. And that is pretty much it for my whole video. I hope these tips genuinely did help, and I hope y'all can grow y'all's hair in 2025.
I'm not a scientist or a hairstylist, but I'm gonna show you guys how I grew my hair, my credentials. Just gonna put a picture over here to show you guys. Don't mind my face. I just went to the dentist, so one side is numb. But anyways, my name is Kiara, and in 2026, I'm gonna show you guys how we're gonna grow our hair from January to March. Honestly, I think that the only thing that you really need is consistency because I didn't do much science or much research. I was honestly just watching people do their hair on TikTok, and I didn't really look at a scientific explanation yet. My hair is growing. This is kind of what it looks like when it's stretched. So a significant difference for sure. I would just say, and I know you guys are gonna be like, no, like there's no way. For me, what grew my hair the most was exposure therapy. So just letting my hair out in the wild. I started this like a year ago. This is the difference between my hair. simply by just doing the same routine that I've done, but just having my hair out. I swear it changes the game. It's literally, your hair's gonna grow so much. Mind you, I trim my hair pretty often, and I still saw this much of a difference. So I'm still gonna post tips, and I have a video of me trimming my hair coming up. But yeah, exposure therapy is the best thing I ever done. It's definitely going to show your results way faster. And yeah, follow me for more hair tips.
Okay, sisters, y'all are probably gonna look at me really crazy when I say the words that I'm about to say. This might be a shocker to some, might be a shocker to all, but I want my hair to be longer. I know. How greedy are you? Very. So, I'm gonna call this Mission Tailbone. You can do this with me if you want to. You can change it to whatever length of hair you want. Personally, my hair has already reached tailbone length, so I should really call it kneecap, but let's be realistic, okay? You can change this to Mission Shoulders, Mission Bra Strap, Mission Waist Length, Mission Ass Crack Length. Like, you can change it to whatever you want. But I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all some background knowledge on my hair and the things that I do. For an example, I have type 4 hair, high porosity, fine to medium hair strands. I trim over 4 times a year. Actually, don't know why I lie like that. I trim like around 3. I need to trim more. And then I straighten my hair 2 to 3 times a year. I blow dry 3 times a year. And I do protective hairstyles all year round. However, I do style my hair around like 5 to 6, 7 times a month, whatever. And then I use gels, which is bad. I don't use oil. I co-wash weekly, and I wash every 2 weeks. Sometimes that routine isn't standard with the washing. Sometimes I flip-flop, whatever. Here are the problems that I have with my hair that I want to resolve. I have too much fairy knots. I have a lot of breakage, and my hair is really frizzy, if you can't tell. So here are the things that I do want. I want more volume, I want more thickness, I want fuller edges, and I want my curly hair to be below my boobs. If y'all know anything about my curly hair during a braid out literally is right here. Literally right here, that's the max. So below my boobs, that's a lot of fucking growth. But like I said, this is a mission. It's not stamped in stone. This is a work in progress. So boom, let's talk about what we gonna be doing to ensure that my hair grows. So with hairstyles, we're gonna be doing mini twists and mini braids. We're gonna be co-washing weekly, washing monthly. I'm going to change that depending on how I'm feeling. I'll update y'all because this is not set in stone. Amongst the supplements I'll be taking Mary's Roots. I'm kind of skeptical about that. Let me know in the comments if it actually works, guys, because all I keep seeing is ads. I need to know if it actually works. Next, I will be taking biotin, magnesium, and collagen, all in pill form. I'm not doing no more hair ties. I'm doing scrunchies only. I'm not doing tight hairstyles, so this would be considered a tight hairstyle. I'm not going to say I'm not gonna do them. I'm going to minimal them because I've been wearing hairstyles like this for like 2 weeks straight. And as y'all can see, all those little short hairs, that's breakage from these hairstyles. When it comes to the talk around oils, I'm kind of still on the fence. Y'all know I really don't like using oils because I have a scalp condition and it irritates it more and more the more I use oils. I have psoriasis on my scalp, basically. And I just feel like it makes it worse. However, I was having a talk with someone who has healthier, thicker, fuller hair than me, my sister, and she uses almond oil. So I'm still on the fence about that, but I will be using serums, like the Sacred Serum. I will be using that. I will be using water-based soluble oils, light oils, if you know what I mean. So there's the conversation about that. But I'm still thinking about even adding them to my routine because I don't use oils at all. I already have my pillows changed to silk pillowcases and I already have a bunch of bonnets, so we're good on that. But I honestly fear I'm literally gonna have to stay consistent, and I need you guys' help to stay consistent with me. Like, I can't be alone on this, okay? I also want to do a lot more things with my beauty and stuff like that, so please follow along with me on this journey because we're going to literally start towards the end of December, towards the new year, to get started on this whole entire project, this whole entire mission, okay?
Here's how I got my Freebie curls from this. Do this in 10 months. This is my hair growth routine that actually works. Part 1. Love secret. It adds moisture into my curls without it feeling heavy. Okra water helps with length retention and wetness in my cat. Comment okra and I'll send you my recipe. Love these gummies, but apparently it's a white lady behind this. Are there any alternatives for this? My curls are always moisturized and bouncy. Scala is that girl. This got me inches quick. Labanta Botana oil from Amazon is my holy grail. This is a must. Super gentle gel when doing hairstyles, but holds well. Thanks for watching.
I grew my hair from this to this in about 5 months using this hair oil. oil, coconut oil, peppermint oil, castor oil, and jojoba oil. We're gonna mix all of these hair oils to get the ultimate hair growth oil.
Literally just start putting water on your hair. When you're in the shower and your hair braids in, like, I know you're probably like, I don't want to get my hair wet. Get it wet. Let the water go through it. Yes, it's gonna look a little poofy, but low-key, it's giving Zoe Kravitz. So if you just tap in, you start looking a little majestic. I never had that natural buzz down, but it's okay, we get in there. This is the before. I always thought there was like a secret formula, a secret diet, or just genetics that was behind it, but in all honesty, it's really just having your ends moisturized. Anytime I'm in the shower and I have my hair like up, like I'll still let the water touch mostly the end. Okay, this whole time I thought my genetics were rigged, even though I am Ethiopian and my siblings and my cousins all have really long hair, and I was just unlucky. I was overly reliant on like protective hairstyles, and I was like, yeah, like if I have my hair in braids, it'll be fine, like it's gonna grow, right? But honestly, I realized that I was just the only one not really utilizing water, what God has blessed us with. Yeah, don't be like, it's reached that 2 week mark, and usually I wash my hair once a week, but I just didn't feel like having my scalp wet this week. Like, not for me right now, but see, this is the longest my hair has ever been my entire life, which is low-key sad considering I'm 23 years old. Like, I just know by December, y'all all gonna have inches. Here are some things I'm going to be doing to grow my hair out this year or next year. The first thing is washing weekly with moisturizing products. Since I usually wear my hair out, it's definitely more prone to dryness. So washing weekly is going to help with that, and also make sure I'm deep conditioning as well. The next thing is going to be using a scalp serum and massaging it into my scalp, and also using an oil just on my ends. The next thing, which is very important, is taking your vitamins. Low vitamin D and low iron can definitely impact your hair's health. So I'm going to start taking this, and I need to pick up some iron pills. And then the last one is just getting my ends trimmed probably every 3 months. If you want to see a more in-depth routine of this, make sure you follow for more.